Okay, this is a video response to Desteni Preacher of Hate, Bernard Poolman Part 1 by Ordu Templi Aora. Okay, the video starts off by saying Bernard Poolman's Desteni is a centralized regime run as a dictatorship which advocates strictly regimented economic, industrial and social controls. Have you ever seen a system such as that in your life? I have not. That is why there is currently abuse existing in this world where people can do as they would like to do. In other words, capitalistic system where billions are currently starving, where millions of children are in sex trafficking and child labor, where prostitution exists, where people that clean toilets exist, where they are being abused for their labor constantly. We need a society that is controlled based on a principle that is best for all, oneness and equality. You say it suppresses free speech and forcibly attempts to censor criticism and opposition. Free speech has never existed. As long as something as racism exists, free speech doesn't exist. Because if you start talking racism about anyone, then you get attacked, you get killed. You tell your boss he's a loser, you will get fired. If you walk down the street and you see somebody and you say, hey, fuck you, he will probably beat you up. So explain to me, where do you see free speech existing in this world? Free speech has never existed. In the beginning of your video you say Desteni Preacher of Hate, Bernard Poolman. From my perspective, you're the only one preaching hate because you're making this video to get people to hate Desteni. So you're the only preacher of hate. You're the only one that is making people hate us. Then later in your video you say Destonians condemn non-Destonians as less than inferior beings. Not true. We all come from exactly where anyone is. I mean, I never finished school. I stopped at grade 11. I do not have a qualified degree in anything. I worked as a waiter for months. I did everything in the system just like you, just like anybody else. I simply educated myself for the last 3 years to become more educated in what's going on in the world. There's no inferior and superior here. There is only a point of educating ourselves to come to an equal stand with what's happening in the world. It's that simple. And I call myself a Destonian because I'm standing with Desteni and as an equal. And Destonian is simply a new way of referring to new people standing up. And anyone can join us. Come to the Desteni forums, read the principles, check what we're doing, see the frequently asked questions, the rules for joining the forum. These things are needed to create a structure to get things done. We cannot just randomly let people have free speech, because then what's going to get done? When do you want world equality? When do you want a child that's right now in poverty having sex with a 50-year-old man, a child that's 5 years old, so that it can have food tonight? When do you want that child to get out of that position? I wanted that child to get out of that position ASAP. So I need rules, I need principles, I need strictness so we can get this done. There cannot be free speech. What do you want to have free speech for against a child doing sex trafficking right now? See, there's no free speech. You say Desteni is a fascist organization. We are an activist organization. And activists live by that which they stand for in a strict way. Yes, we have to, because we're activists. We're standing for equality. We cannot be loose cannons going for equality. I mean, that's irresponsible, that's immature. We want to do this the right way. We want to end abuse. We have to be specific. There's no other way. You're still within the system, and you have to change the system with the system. So if you want to go and free speech tell your boss he's a loser and you hate him, and tell him that you want to be the boss, and do all kinds of crap like that, and see if your free speech is helping you. Because you do not have free speech. If free speech exists, go test your free speech. It doesn't exist. Everything Bernard says is simple common sense. It's not beyond belief or anything like that. I mean, come on, if you cannot see it for yourself, that it is common sense that is being spoken. Common sense is that which is obvious, that which cannot be denied. Common sense is simple, simplistic things. And common sense you can check for yourself. Try it out. In your video, you have a point where you say, the Desteni group say, Poolman and Sonet's piece possesses abilities to function in both the interdimensional and the physical realms. They say Poolman is somehow not an individual or a personality. He is said to exist here, bringing together heaven and earth in the physical, as if he were the incarnation of the Hermetic maxim, as above, so below. Who are they that's telling you this? Is it the voices in your head? And where did you get your information from? Have you read our forums? Have you checked out our website for yourself? Why are you feeding people this crap? Please, be more specific in who are these people that's telling you stuff. And they say Poolman is someone, not an individual or a personality. Yeah, personality you can just delete. Anyone can do that. You can do it. Individual, yes, we're all individual, but we're one and equal. Okay? And heaven on earth, we are all here to bring heaven on earth. Bernard Poolman is not bringing it on his own, because then it would have been here, correct? So we're all bringing heaven on earth here. You, me, the next guy, the next woman, we're all doing it together as one vote. That's the political power each one of us has, is one vote to change the world, to change the political system. Depends on where you place your vote. That's how we're going to bring heaven to earth. We have the solution, equal money, place your vote. It's that simple. Okay, and also in your video, you say, they believe theirs is the only valid interpretation of the truth, yet claims to have no beliefs. First of all, do you know the definition of belief? Let me give you the definition of belief. A feeling that something exists or is true, especially one without proof. Okay? We do not have beliefs because we do not have a feeling that something exists or is true, especially one without proof. We have proof that it works. Yes, we're living it in the physical every day, breath by breath. So we're proving to ourselves every day that it's possible. We write this in blogs, we speak about this in vlogs, we share this with everyone. We share this with everyone on Facebook, on YouTube, wherever we can. We're sharing the proof. So there's no need to believe, because belief is based on a feeling that something exists. We don't have a feeling towards something exists, no. We are living it actually every day. That's why we are activists. Also, in your video you say the equal money system is a scheme. Okay? How can it be a scheme if we're openly discussing it with everyone? We are inviting people to stand as one vote for an equal money system, to become part of this change, and to help us create it. I mean, it's really that simple. There's no scheme. You're only scheming yourself. You're only talking to yourself in your head, scheming about things. Okay, you say in your video that the equal money system is a scheme, that there is an underlying plan, in other words, that there is some secret plan behind the equal money system. No, there's not. What possible secret scheme can we have about the equal money system? We want to achieve equality. We are stating this every day within our application. That's why I'm making this video. That's why I'm taking my time to reply to you, because I want to make the points clear to you. If you really want to find out if it's a scheme or not, join us. There's no inner circle. Become part of us and realize that you're just part of us. There's no secrets. It's really that simple.